Arrivederci, fellow Spaniards. My name is Stumpy, and in association with NBC, SubPar but in HD bring you part 4 of the epic 2v2 tutorial saga. 2v2 versus 3v3, shadowing, 3 key mistakes. They are all things of the past, even though you should totally still pay attention and watch them and click the like button and whatever. Long gone are the days of Gibbs sitting in net waiting to punt the ball back down the pitch. We've been in the era of rotations for years now. Yet, some people still don't know how to rotate effectively. Well, there's no need to fret. Episode 4 is the one for you. We are youtube.com/subpar but in HD, and we are bringing you this message in collaboration with universalopen.gg.
What up, and welcome to the 4th in our mega series of 2v2 tutorials, brought to you in association with my bestest friends in the whole wide world, NBC and the Rocket League Universal Open. I mean, they've not responded to my birthday party invite yet, but I just know they're gonna be there. It's about darn time we slammed our nose brakes, took a step back, mixed our metaphors, and provided a more general look at how to be at least pretty good at 2v2. These tips may not win you first place in the RLUO, but they might just take you one step closer to your first tentative knock on the hallowed doors of Grand Champion. Here's how to rotate in 2v2. First off, a caveat to all these points is that everything in Rocket League is situational. There are specific times where the advice here can, and should, be ignored. These are just general guidelines. Anyway, overcommitting is pretty much the cardinal sin of 2v2. At its core, the game mode works by one player being the primary attacker, while their teammate interchangeably acts as the last line of defense. So how should you play each role? And when on God's still green but increasingly char-grilled earth, should you rotate? Let's start at the back. Unless your team is desperate for a goal, your key role is to defend. Feel free to shadow tightly, and you can always keep an eye out for shooting opportunities from friendly passes and generous 50-50s, but your primary job is to stop your team conceding. So when should you push forward? Whenever it's safe and actually offers a benefit to your team. The most obvious example is when your teammate's rotating back. Even then, the lowest risk play is to shadow defend until they're far back enough that even if you get beaten to the ball, they'll have made it back and will be there to save the day. But life without risk is terribly boring, and if you want to keep any sort of offensive pressure, there's going to have to be times where you attack the ball with no one behind to cover. Unless you're desperate for a goal, your best bet is to save these risky surges forward for when you're definitely reaching the ball first. Judge it wrong, you'll get beaten to the ball, the other guys will score, and your so-called teammate will say all sorts of unnecessarily mean things about your dead dog Dylan. Even if you're definitely getting to the ball, think through your shot carefully. How many times have you tried to take a shot while your teammate's still forward, hit the crossbar, and conceded a needless counter? If the other guy's in front of you, you're in danger, even with complete control of the ball. If you're the furthest back, an avoidable 50-50 is only recommended if your car is solidly between the ball and your own goal. Otherwise, it might pinch into your own net. Finally, remember, your teammate is about as predictable as chaos theory. In space. They're gonna half rotate at weird times and make pointless hits and do, like, I don't know, turtles around the pitch for no reason. So keep an eye on them whenever you push forward. Otherwise you'll double commit, and your team will forfeit faster than the other guy can say dead dog Dylan was a yappy runt. You're now the other guy. Your job is to do whatever must be done with the ball. You can take any risk you deem necessary, within reason, safe in the knowledge that your teammate's backing you up. Kinda. First off, don't be silly and put them under pressure with some pointless hit against the wall. You still have to do actual good things with the ball. Secondly, the deal is this. Once you've made your pass or taken your shot or find yourself out the play for any reason, rotate back immediately. Lingering for a pass is doable, but only when you know for a fact that a pass in your direction won't be blocked. Otherwise, you're just baiting your teammate to get dunked, which will lead to, you guessed it, a counter-attack goal and an insult hurled in the direction of your favourite deceased pet. Half rotations are also acceptable as long as your teammate hasn't already committed themselves to coming forward. Feel free to run interference before your opponents have a chance to dribble. You can also steal boost, bump your opponents, or make a tackle if your teammate is shadowing. Right then, that's pretty much all there is to it. If you've been taking notes, you should now have a much better idea about how this whole twos thing works. If you've not been taking notes, report to the front of the class and we'll beat the knowledge into you the British way, with a good old-fashioned caning. Thanks once more to the NBC, yes, that NBC, for splashing the cash and sponsoring us to make these vids. I'm sure you'll agree, money well spent. Until next time, SubPar out.